Hello, everyone. I am Li Ying from number 3 Vocational Technical School of Nanning. Welcome to this mini lecture. In this lesson, we will get to know common network commands. First, let's revisit what we learned in the last lesson. Last lesson, we have learned the concept of wireless LAN and its advantages and disadvantages. We understood what equipment wireless LAN has, and described the technical requirements of wireless LAN as well as networking mode and standards in detail. So in actual application, what network commands should be used to operate? Please follow me into this lesson. This mini lecture mainly consists of two parts. 1. The types and functions of commonly used network commands. 2. The operation methods of commonly used network commands. The teaching objectives of this mini lecture are: 1. To understand the types and functions of commonly used network commands. 2. To master the operation methods of common network commands. Let's first enter the first part of the study, the types and functions of network commands. What are the common network commands? What are the purposes of the respective? Common network commands include the following: ping, IP configuration, netstat, tracert, ARP. The ping command is used to determine the connectivity of the network. The IP configuration command is used to view the TCP or IP configuration. The netstat command is used to view TCP or IP protocol usage and port usage. The tracert command is used to track the path that data travels through the network. The ARP command is used to view and modify the correspondence between IP address and MAC address. After understanding several common network commands, next, let's learn the second part, the operation methods of common network commands. The first is the ping command, which has two functions. One is to detect the connectivity of the network, such as ping 192.168.10.1. Another is to get the IP address of the computer, such as ping www.baidu.com. The basic format of the ping command is ping the target IP address, such as ping 192.168.0.2. The syntax of the ping command is ping t a n count l size, where ping t is used to constantly ping each other until it is manually stopped with Ctrl+C. Windows defaults to 4 stops. Ping a is used to display the other party's NetBIOS name, which will appear in front of the IP address. Note that this parameter can only be added before the target IP address. Ping n customize the number of packets sent with. For example, ping n 5192.168.0.1, so that the system will send 5 packets to the destination IP address. Ping l is used to set the packet size sent to the target IP address, and the value range is 0 to 65,500 byte. The packet size sent by default ping is 32 byte. The ping command operation steps. Look at this example. The machine sends 1050 byte data packets to Baidu official website to test the network connection. Specific operation: start to run to CMD. Enter ping n 10L50 www.baidu.com in the called up DOS window, and the display result is as shown in the figure. Let's analyze it in detail. The host sends 1050 byte data packets to www.baidu.com. The amount of data returned is 10, 0 is lost. The average round-trip time of the data packet is 24 milliseconds, the shortest time is 21 milliseconds, and the longest time is 30 milliseconds, which can detect that the connectivity between the current host and the www.baidu.com host is normal and the network is smooth. The second is the IP configuration command. The function of IP configuration command is to display the TCP or IP configuration information of the current host, and can also reacquire and release network configuration information. The syntax of the IP configuration command is IP configuration, all or renew or release or flushtens or displaydens. 1. IP configuration or all displays the configuration information of the current host's TCP or IP. 2. IP configuration or release manually release the IP address. 3. IP configuration or renew request to lease an IP address. 4. IP configuration or flushtens flash the DNS cache. 5. IP configuration or displaydens displays DNS content. The IP configuration command operation steps. Example: get the IP address and MAC address of the current host. Specific operation: start to run to CMD. Enter IP configuration or all in the called up DOS window. And the display result is as shown in the figure. Let's analyze it in detail. By entering IP configuration or all, the host displays that the current physical address of the W wireless LAN adapter is A6C3F0BA488. The IP address bound to this physical address is 192.168.5.10, and the subnet mask is 255.255.255.0, and the DNS server is 192.168.5.1. The third is the netstat command. The netstat command is used to display the routing table, the actual network connection, and the status information of each network interface device. It is generally used to verify the network connection of each port of the machine. The syntax of the netstat command is netstat A, E, N, O. The netstat command operation steps. Example: display the address and port number in numerical form. Specific operation: start to run to CMD, enter netstat, and in the called up DOS window, and the display result is as shown in the figure. The fourth is the tracert command. The tracert command is used to determine the path that an IP packet takes to access the destination. The basic format of this command is tracert target IP address, such as tracert 192.168.0.2. The syntax for this command is tracert D, H, W. The tracert command operation steps. Example: set the number of 2 hops to track. Specific operation: start to run to CMD. Enter tracert H in the called up DOS window, and the display result is as shown in the figure. The fifth is the ARP command. The ARP command is used to display and modify items in the Address Resolution Protocol (ARP) cache. The syntax of the ARP command is ARP A, D, S. The ARP command operation steps. Example: display the current ARP cache table of all interfaces. Specific operation: start to run to CMD, enter ARP A in the called up DOS window, and the display result is as shown in the figure. That's all for the mini lecture today. Now, let's summarize the content of this lesson. In this lesson, we have learned the common network commands include the following: ping, IP configuration, netstat, tracert, ARP. We also covered their functions and specific operation methods. After class, you can consolidate and deepen their understanding according to the grammar of each naming. Finally, I'm leave some exercises for you. Please complete them seriously. That concludes this mini lecture. Thank you, everyone.